A few months back, we told you that Raleigh-Durham was one of a handful of markets nationally that wasn't quite living up to expectations so far in 2011, but we also told you back then that there wasn't really any underlying problem holding it back. So where is it now? Welcome to Apartment Market Dynamics from MPF Research. I'm Jay Parsons with your Triangle Area Update. And let's get right to the point. 3Q11, Raleigh took itself off the disappointments list. A fantastic quarter for growth in both occupancy and in rents. Let's look at total revenue change for the quarter. This combines the changes in both occupancy and in rents. And you see that Raleigh-Durham ranks 4th nationally with quarterly revenue growth of 4.1%, behind only two of the usual suspects, San Francisco and San Jose, as well as Austin. And let's break it down starting with occupancy rates. You can see that occupancy in the Triangle area shot up in the first half of 2010, and that got a lot of people very excited about this market. But then occupancy ended up hanging pretty stagnant at around 93.5% in 4 straight quarters as demand slowed down considerably. But then in the past 2 quarters, they broke out of that rut. Occupancy jumped 0.8 points in 2Q and climbed another full percentage point in 3Q. And now the overall occupancy rate is 95.3%, the best seen here in 4 years. And let's take a look at quarterly rent change by quarter. And you can see again another reason why there was so much optimism about Raleigh-Durham back in 2010. Quarterly rent growth right around 1.5% in both 2Q and 3Q of last year, but then pretty meager progress in the next 2 quarters. It got a little better in 2Q 2011, and then look at that number for 3Q 2011. Same-store rents leaped 3.1%. That's the 5th largest quarterly hike anywhere in the country. All right, so let's take a step back and look at what is driving this growth. And to do that, I'll repeat what we said last quarter, which was that there is no underlying reason for this one to be struggling or to not even be living up to the expectations that had been set for it. It really looked like maybe that operators and owners are just being too conservative in their pricing strategies given the overall strength of this market. But all the things that people liked about Raleigh-Durham back in 2010, all of those things were still there, and so it seemed like only a matter of time before this one took off, and it did in 3Q. And now North Carolina has 2 of the nation's top performing markets in both Raleigh-Durham and in Charlotte. And let's take a look at some submarket highlights in the Triangle area before we say goodbye, starting with occupancy. 5 submarkets at or above 95%. North Carey-Morrisville and South Durham on top with rates nearing 97%. Very impressive considering these are the 2 submarkets that surround the Research Triangle Park, a massive employment area that was hit hard by layoffs in the downturn. And of those 2, North Carey-Morrisville is probably the most impressive one here because it added a lot of new supply in recent years, nearly 3,000 new units since 2008, and those properties leased up very quickly. And here are your top 5 for annual rent growth. Central Raleigh leading the way at 6.4%. That's an area that really has rebounded well in the past year after lagging behind for a while. It's followed by North Raleigh, North Durham, North Carey-Morrisville, and South Carey-Apex. Looking to the year ahead, we see little reason why Raleigh-Durham won't continue to perform well. We're looking for occupancy to improve a little bit more and for rent growth to top the 5% mark. And that wraps us up for Raleigh-Durham. So until next time, for Apartment Market Dynamics and MPF Research, I'm Jay Parsons. Thank you for watching.
Want more? Go deeper with MPF Research's apartment market reports. From a national level, down to individual metros, to specific neighborhoods, MPF Research has been providing unparalleled apartment market intelligence to the multifamily industry for almost 5 decades. Learn more by contacting us at 877-284-4938 or visit www.npfresearch.com and click on Market Reports.